What's up, everybody? This is the Sports League podcast, back for another week. I'm your host, Alex Leak. We got the co-host, Amanda. Great to have you on as always, Amanda, and Merry Christmas. Best time of the year.
I mean, it's great to be on. It's great to, be with the family. We had a mellow Christmas this year. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. It doesn't seem like anywhere got enough snow, though. Like
Yeah.
everywhere I've seen, like ski resorts are just brown. So hopefully where you're at, you had a festive Christmas, but there was some interesting football yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was my Christmas present, was the football. And like we were worried with all the third string quarterbacks playing that we weren't going to get good football, but I thought we got actually some pretty good games.
The end of that Cowboys Commanders game, I didn't watch the game. I did go back and watch the highlights. The last like 5 minutes of that game was crazy. So
Yeah.
many big plays, so much back and forth. Like, all right.
Yeah, all three turned out to be pretty good. But yeah, we
Mm,
hope you guys had good Christmas. Yeah, it was raining here in Michigan, but
mm,
it is what it is. I'll be watching with the family. We got tomorrow night Packers, Ravens, what Texans, Chargers tomorrow as
mhm.
well. And then Sunday night
Tomorrow's games are
football.
big,
Yeah. Yeah,
especially for
so
me, obviously.
gonna be some great games. But yeah, let's start this thing out with Christmas Day. The 6-8-1 Cowboys at the 4-11 Commanders. Dallas comes in on a three-game losing streak. Um, Dallas jumps out to a 21-3 lead. It looked like they were gonna pull away and win it easily, but the Commanders, to their credit, with Josh Johnson, fought back and only lost by 7. But like you said, it was competitive down at the end of the game.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to stay in it, and then kicking the field goal at the end with the spread and stuff being what it was. I like a lot of fans liked that.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. Jake Ferguson with a one-handed touchdown catch. That was nice. He's having a great year, career
He
high
really
numbers for
is.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because the Cowboys are so talented, yet they're gonna miss the playoffs again. And I just wonder, like, what it is with Dallas. They just can't seem to put it all together.
Their defense
Yeah.
this year, like week after week, Dak was putting up beautiful MVP worthy games. Like some of the other teams we've seen, they've addressed, injuries and issues with their secondary. They've figured it out as the season progressed. Dallas just wasn't able to do that this year. And unfortunately, their offense, which has had a couple amazing performances and has been pretty much in every single game, can't do enough to counteract what their defense isn't doing.
Yeah, 100%. And then Matt Eberflus seems like he's going to be one and done there. He didn't work out in Chicago as head coach. Now he's struggling as defensive coordinator with Dallas. So we'll see what his future looks like. I enjoyed Debo Samuel trucking the helmet off of Donovan Wilson. That was cool.
Crazy.
Yeah. Dak threw an 86-yard touchdown pass to Cavante Turpin. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with a 72-yard touchdown run. So some big plays in this game and a lot of fun. What did you think of the Netflix broadcast? I didn't like it. I'm not a
It was
fan.
it was so gritty. Like
Yeah.
the quality seemed bad. And it was weird too because we started watching at the second game. I had like
Hmm.
we're gonna focus on presents and have a relaxing Christmas morning with no TV, no football on. So when we turned it on for the second game, we couldn't jump to the second broadcast and just jump in live. We had to fast forward through the entire first game
Oh my
to where it was. We had to sit there and like fast forward through. It was the strangest thing. Like they should have been separate broadcasts and you should have like if you hop on Prime for a Thursday night game, you just click watch it live and then it plops you
Yeah,
in
you have
where
the
it is in the
option.
broadcast.
Yeah.
Never have I had to fast forward through a whole game to get into the middle of the first quarter, which is where we tried to pick it up. It was so poorly done.
Yeah, yeah, I did not like it. They tried to do a little Manning cast thing with like interviewing players during while the game's going on. I didn't like that either. So yeah, some things to work out for Netflix for sure, but good win for Dallas.
It didn't mean much. I'm glad it was the morning game. I think the Minnesota Detroit one, I mean, that could have meant something maybe if Detroit had
Well,
a
it did.
better performance,
That's
but
the crazy thing is it meant everything to Detroit. It meant everything
yeah,
to the Lions, and you're going up against Max Brosmer. When JJ McCarthy couldn't play, I was like, all right, Detroit should win this one with Max Brosmer. We've
yeah.
seen him struggle, but at the last second, I decided to I'm like, let me
Yeah.
pick against
Dude,
Detroit.
when we didn't do the pick episode before Christmas, and at the last minute I was like, oh, I have not paid attention. I'll just give me the 3Ds. Like I didn't care. I wasn't confident. I was like, whatever, Alex, it's Christmas, leave me alone.
Yeah,
Um, this matchup, so for me, yes, it meant everything to Detroit, but the last couple weeks, you can just tell Detroit, like the players with the energy they were playing with, they didn't seem like they had a shot in hell of making it to the postseason. Like they
yeah,
just it seemed like they knew they were out of the running and that I just didn't get the vibe that they were making a run this year. Like you look at the energy the past two seasons in Detroit on the sidelines coming down through week 15, 16, 17. They were spicy, they were in it, they were firing on all cylinders. Dan Campbell seems to have lost the team some. I'm just not feeling that energy from them. And there are about two games any given season where Jared Goff plays like he's Dan Orlovsky.
yeah.
This one was extraordinarily poorly timed. They had how many turnovers in this one?
Six, five of them by Goff, but six total. Yeah, there's a must win for the Lions. They needed to win out and hope that Green Bay loses out. And with the injuries at the quarterback position for Green Bay, it was still wide open. Just beat Max Brosmer, but they couldn't do it. And the thing is, they were competitive against the Steelers in Week
Mhm.
16. So I expected them to win this game, even though I picked against them. But um, they get down 13-7, and the Vikings just pull away in the fourth quarter, just turnover city. I mean, what did you think watching this game, seeing Goff? We've seen this from Goff before where he's thrown five interceptions and still been able to win a game, but I don't know what the case was here.
I feel like they weren't in it. Like I don't know. Jahmyr
Yeah.
Gibbs even, like I love him. Like that fumble was ugly. That wasn't a normal Jahmyr Gibbs play. I mean Jared Goff had an off day, but normally the team overcomes his off days. Nobody
Yeah.
could catch anything. And shout out to Minnesota's defense. They have a fantastic defense.
Yes.
He
Brian
has
Flores.
Brian
Yeah.
Flores has done, I mean, Hugh was talking about how good their defense is. Their defense is going to keep them in games anyway. Like no matter
Yeah.
what's going on, they have three of the worst, most negatively publicized quarterbacks on their team. Granted, their starting quarterback is putting together a solid career there. I'm not talking shit about him, but you look at historically what their quarterbacks have done, and most of the media doesn't have anything nice to say about any of them. Like
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy was bullied into playing better. He was doing all right. Now he's injured. Max Brosmer. I mean, can we just talk about this is the third team in the past 40 years to win a game with less than 10 net passing yards.
Yeah,
They
and
had
that's the
three
thing.
net passing yards. How is that? How
Yeah.
do you win that? That's insane.
Well, that's the thing is that Max Brosmer did not play well, and their
No.
offense struggled throughout, and so the game was there to be had for Detroit. But to me, the play that changed this game, that changed the outcome, was a great play call by Kevin O'Connell. It was an end around to Jordan Addison that goes
Mhm.
65 yards for a touchdown. It was 13-10, and it felt like the Lions were getting back into it. And then Addison goes around the corner and is gone. And now you're down two scores. And that seemed to be the game right there. That was a great play call.
Shout out to Minnesota. My man Aaron Jones still doing good things for Green Bay in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I love clinching a game in a week that you haven't played yet. I think that's the best as a fan. Although, I mean, Green Bay up until this afternoon had two quarterbacks who were maybe going to play, and then a third string who is unproven and concerning. Yeah, I don't know. Green Bay's a hot mess. I'm kind of scrapped on their season.
But hey, at least you're in the playoffs. And who
Yeah.
knows, right? Get Jordan Love healthy. Maybe you can steal a win or,
I
get
mean,
hot.
Malik Willis, I feel like we should just bounce between the two of them in the postseason. Like, hey, we got some run plays, throw Malik in. He's better on his feet.
Do you think the way the Lions collapsed this season, because preseason, no one would have told you this team was going to miss the playoffs entirely.
Well,
Do you
no,
think
but
that,
you and I both knew. I mean, you lose your coordinators, and Ben
yeah,
Johnson. I mean, somebody
well,
had to keep Dan Campbell tempered down. Like we could see on the sidelines last season, like not all of the good play calling was coming from Dan Campbell. Like Ben Johnson did a great job there, and you lose so much like coordination and
mhm.
someone to just kind of I mean, tell Dan
We'll
Campbell to
help
calm the
you
fuck
out.
down sometimes. Like
Yeah. Well, if
he
you're going to be super aggressive all the time, at least have some really good plays for that
Yeah. He
situation.
was just aggressive with bad play calling. Like
Yeah.
Chicago with Ben Johnson has been very aggressive this year, but they have some great trick plays. They have some good lineups. They throw a rookie receiver in and like they've done stuff with their aggressive plays. Detroit is not their
Hmm.
game plan has not been intelligent. It has not impressed me at all this season. And being bold and aggressive without a good play call doesn't make any sense to me. I feel
Yeah.
like he leaned more on Ben Johnson than the public realized. I think
Oh,
so much more
100%.
of their success was up to the coordinators, and without those, I think we get to see the true Dan Campbell, and it's not pretty this year.
Yeah, some Lions fans are talking about they're wanting to bring in Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator after he, gets fired from Miami, which we expect. But do you think, I mean, I think going into next year, I don't think Dan Campbell's not going to get fired right now, but he's going to be on the hot seat going into next year.
Yeah, I mean that team is way too talented to have
Yeah.
missed the playoffs.
So they lost both starting safeties, Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch. So that's a big part of your
Yeah,
defense.
but look how well they did last year in a similar situation
Yeah,
with
they did a lot better, and I think
a
that's the coordinators.
yeah.
They were able to overcome it. These coordinators this year are not very good, and they just weren't able to overcome it. Their offensive line was injury hit of late. They lost Sam Laporta for the
Yeah.
season, so their tight ends are shaky. But yeah, to that point, you got
I mean,
Goff.
Green Bay
Good.
lost Tucker Kraft 7 weeks ago, and he's still ranked fifth in yards after catch of all tight ends.
Yeah,
Like,
injuries can't be an excuse because it's
yeah,
all throughout the league right now. So
like three
um,
to four starters sucks. But you look, I mean, San Francisco's overcome it. Green Bay
yeah,
is currently trying to overcome it, and we'll see what happens. But they didn't. I mean, their quarterback stayed in, their receivers stayed in, their running
the
backs were
running
fine.
back. Yeah. Hutchinson's having a career year. You got Al Qadim Muhammad having a career year opposite him. I mean, they're getting production.
Mhm.
So the excuses only go so far with me. And then it's funny how Lions fans love to blame the refs all season
Mhm.
long. They love the, poor Lions. But it was my favorite part was Lions fans were happy after this game saying, well, at least we're getting the fourth place schedule next year. It's like, are you being for real? Like, come on now.
I don't like a weak schedule. I want to be middle of the road. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to be New England and have a successful season and have people like, well, they haven't played any real opponents yet. Like you don't want that.
Yeah. The Lions were feeling confident that they hadn't lost two games in a row since, I believe, 2023.
Mhm.
Now they're on a three-game losing streak, missing the playoffs. So it's going to be a adjustment this offseason, and we'll see what their roster looks like, what the coaching staff looks like. It's going to be a lot of adjustment for this team in the offseason. But
And
good win. Great job, Vikings. That was entertaining, at least.
yeah. Speaking of ugly football, last night's game, we got Bo Picks in here versus
I want
the
to hear you say his name. What's his
no, I'm not
name?
going to. Y'all, no, that's on Alex.
Chris Oladokin.
No, I know how to say it. I just have to stop and think about it.
Me too. It's a
Don't you
different
want to say
one,
like
but
Oladokun?
yeah,
Yeah, every
exactly.
time I'm like Oladokin. Like I have to slow it down. He's got one of those fun names. No, so this game, I'm not doubting Denver's success, but I have said over and over they've played opponents at the right time. Like, oh, you get the Davis Mills Texans instead of CJ Stroud. Like, oh, the Chiefs are having an off year. Like, their games have all been very well timed. They take out a couple of Green Bay starters and win the game, even though Green Bay was up 10 points until that happened. Like, huh, interesting. Um, they have won very lucky, very ugly games many times. This one was another one. If Patrick Mahomes
Yeah,
was in the fourth quarter of this one, the Chiefs would have come back.
yeah,
Oladokin and receivers not catching anything, not dropping anything. Also, Bo Nix was throwing the ball to no one, and I don't even mean no one on his team. It wasn't even near a
great
defender. Like
balls,
they couldn't have been
overthrows.
picked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bo Nix. So I will say, I mean, you can't argue like your record is what it is,
Yeah.
right? And so as long as you win the games, then good. Keep piling up the wins. But the way they're doing it, is concerning,
Mhm.
especially going into the playoffs. The games are going to be a lot tougher, and the way they looked against Jacksonville a couple weeks ago is concerning because the Jags are a playoff team, and the Jags took it to them in Denver. What's keeping them in all these games is their defense, though. That's an
Yeah.
elite
That
defense.
that turnover on downs was so well timed. A stupid
Yeah,
play call from Kansas City.
yeah,
But going for it on fourth there seems so dumb to me. But their defense has kept them in. They have a great run game sometimes. Every like third or fourth game, they have a good run game.
yeah.
RJ Harvey is just
He's
I
good.
don't he's solid. I don't know if he is being used properly. There were a couple times where I'm like, why didn't you guys hand it off there? In this
Yeah.
one. But hey, guys, hang out with your local Denver Broncos fan because they are delusional in that they think they should be winning every game by 30 points, even though they've won every single game in the fourth quarter this year. So it's an interesting experience watching a game with them. And mind you, what is potentially Travis Kelce's last home game in the NFL. His girlfriend's there. We've got Taylor Swift in the stands. They showed her a couple times. But like it was a moment of like, this might be the last time I play at Arrowhead. Denver fans at my house and on the internet being pissed that they showed Travis Kelce after Denver scored like the game-winning probably touchdown. Like, no, they can show him. It's his last home game. Like, if my team pulls off a win against a team that I have been fighting in the division with for years, and they've been just taking Super Bowl after Super Bowl over the past decade, and they show their players sad on the sidelines after a good play. Show me the sad people. I want to see the sad opponents. I want to see them depressed, okay? I don't know why that would piss Denver fans off. They're like, oh, why is he on the TV right now? He's sad.
Well,
Enjoy it.
you
Capture
know,
his
national.
tears.
You know, national media, they love to
It's,
show the stars constantly. I'm
yeah, but
glad
like
it's
my thing
Travis
is like,
Kelce instead
I
of Taylor.
show me the sad people on the other sidelines. I love that shit. I will
Yeah.
feed off their despair, okay? Being upset that they showed the other team looking sad as you knocked them out of the season in their last home game. Beautiful. I want to
You're just
screenshot that.
you're just savage. That's what you are.
Yeah, well,
But no, I'm
fair.
the same way. And so good win, Denver. The Chiefs, hey, credit to the Chiefs, credit to Chris Oladokun that they were at least competitive. He almost pulled off a game tying drive there at
Yeah,
the end. It was
it was
close.
close.
Um, to me, what really grinds my gears, I'm busting that one out early here. Why the hell Arrowhead Stadium is iconic as it gets. It's outdoor. Sometimes it's cold weather. You love it. The fact that they're moving and going to a dome really frustrates me. And I will stand by this. I'll never root for a dome team. I don't understand it. Why are all these teams moving to a dome? This is why I have tons of respect for the Packers, for the Bills, for the Steelers, for teams that will never move into a dome. I thought Cleveland and Chicago were one of those teams. I guess not. Apparently not. But anyways, I hate that
Yeah.
shit.
I
Um,
it's interesting to me that the news came out this year, which is I mean, it was timed right after they were eliminated too. They were like, "Oh,
yeah,
quick distraction. We didn't go to a Super Bowl this year." Like that the
yeah.
news was shout out to Kansas City's PR team because that was the perfect timing for that. They're like, "Oh my God, we're eliminated. Travis Kelce might be retiring." Anyway, new stadium, guys. Like so funny from a PR standpoint, beautiful, but yeah, it sucks. I like outdoor football. I like the weather being a part of it.
Yeah.
I am very anti-dome. When I go to a game in December, luckily Seattle wasn't too cold when we went last year, but I mean,
Oh man, I've
I
only
want to freeze. I want to be cold. I want
exactly.
to need my mittens. I want my cheesehead mittens, like nah.
Yeah. You want it to be cold. You want that atmosphere. You want to see the breath, and you want to, it's an excuse to pop your edibles and drink your beer and be, into the
Alex, we
environment.
don't promote marijuana usage on this
Oh,
podcast.
you definitely do. But good win, Denver. They keep it rolling. They're 13-3, and
I mean, are we going to
well,
say it's a good win when they barely beat a third string quarterback on
well,
an
and
eliminated team?
the crazy thing is, we got a 13-win Denver team, and they should have it locked up, right? They should win the division. Yet, if the Chargers win tomorrow, that's going to be a winner take all Week 18. Chargers at Broncos. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I have to whisper this in my house, but I'm rooting for the Chargers because I
Me
love
too.
me a final week of the season to decide the division. I love
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. Also, I hope the Bears lose for the same reason. Like I want those final games to mean something. I hate when all
Yes.
the starters are benched in the final weeks. Do you guys know how hard it is to pick games in week 17, 18 when it's two-win teams playing each other and
Oh, I
nothing
know.
matters? Like I don't know. Like the
Who's
Pittsburgh
more
game this week.
incompetent? Yeah.
If Green Bay
Yeah.
beats Baltimore, Pittsburgh wins the division. So, how do we pick that game? Like, are they going to sit their starters? They won't make that decision until after the Baltimore game is done. So, making our picks today, I have no idea. Like, we don't know
Yeah.
who's playing. Like, we don't know if it's going to mean anything or not. So, making picks this late in the season sucks. So, I like when the games actually mean something. It's fun.
Yeah, when you can count on every team trying to
Mhm.
compete, trying to win, not resting their starters. Absolutely. Yeah, let's get into our picks. And I just got to remind people that Vikings win over the Lions puts me one game up going into Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see
Your
if I
Jared
can
Goff
keep it.
hate paid off. It was well
Yeah.
timed this year. Also, I wasn't shocked that Detroit lost. I just didn't have the energy to like break it down. I was like, oh, there are three D names playing. Give me the D. Like I'll take
Yeah.
all of it. Like
And I felt like the Lions were going to win. I just enjoy
okay.
rooting against them. And it was like,
I
screw
don't
it.
trust them. And I love how they've drafted. I love their young players on this
Yeah, they're
team,
so talented.
but I don't trust them this year. Let's circle back to the Chargers here. I love this team. I mean, the last time they played each other, Justin Herbert was sacked and intercepted 4 times in the
Yeah.
wild card playoff game. Like we've seen this matchup before, and it is fun when it means something. This
Yeah.
defense is playing so well this year. I think it's even better than last year. I'm excited.
Yeah, that was in Houston, right? So this
Hmm.
one's going to be in LA. It's a big game. Both teams are red hot. 7 game win streak for the Texans, 4 game win streak for the Chargers. The Chargers need this one more, but also
Hmm.
the Texans are trying to catch Jacksonville. So really, they're kind of in the same situation. Um, Injuries are going to be a factor. The Texans might be without both their starting tackles. Trent Brown is out. Ariante Ursary is questionable. The Chargers with some injuries. Kamani Vidal and Mekhi Becton are both questionable. So this is good. This is a tough game to pick. It's really a toss-up. Home field and home field to me is the difference here. I'm going to go Chargers, and I'm just rooting for the Chargers here, but I like both these teams a lot.
Yeah, for me, I mean, the Texans have arguably the best defense in the league, so I like
Yep.
them. But I mean, the Chargers are third in total defense this season,
Yeah.
so they're not that far behind. But I mean, Justin Herbert is coming off his best game in his career, basically. Like I statistically, I'm not sure if that's accurate, but to me, it was one of his best career performances. And I think with as good as both defenses are, I do give them an edge offensively, so I got to pick LA here.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to agree on that one, but that's going to be a fun game tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, I want it. I want the Chargers to win so that, like you said, that Week 18 matchup at Denver has the division on the line. That'll be a lot of fun. So go Chargers
Yeah,
and
that's an
Jim
early
Harbaugh.
playoff game for us. And this one's interesting too, because I mean they're both playing for something. Like the Texans clinch a playoff berth with a win, or if the Colts lose, also if the like there was like 5 teams that needed to win a game besides them. Like the Bucks needed to win, the Ravens need to win, the Bills need to win, the Rams, somebody else win if
Whatever
they
they are, like,
lose. Well, actually I think that's done because I think the Chiefs needed to win too. So never
yeah,
mind. I don't think that one
yeah.
counts anymore.
But
But
they can still win the division. Both these teams, it's up for the
mhm.
division still. So
Yeah.
it's a
And if
big
the
game with a
Colts
lot on the
lose,
line.
the
Yeah,
Texans still make it in. So
yeah.
it's a big game for them. I hope they all both come to play. I hope Herbert doesn't hold on to the ball too long because I would like no fumbles in this one.
Yeah, and I think this could actually be a loss here. It could be good for the Texans because right now they're just feeling themselves so much. And I think they need to be humbled a little bit to bring their A game come playoff time. So we agree with the Chargers here. Let's go to your team at home, the 7-8 Ravens at the 9-5-1 Packers. Your Packers come in on a 2 game losing streak. And then issues at quarterback. Jordan Love is out with a concussion. Malik Willis expected to start, but even he was questionable. Um, how are you feeling about your Packers at this moment and going into this game? They should be able to win this one, but it's going to be a tough game, and it's a battle of backup quarterbacks. Tyler Huntley for the Ravens. What do you think? What do you expect here?
So for me, like this Packers two game losing streak, like I know Bears fans were real hot and bothered and like, oh, Packers fans are so whiny. Do you know how many star players we've lost over the last 2 weeks?
Oh,
Like
so
it's
many.
disgusting. Like
Yeah.
the you ask a Packers fan where we thought our season was going 3 weeks ago with Toyota Thon, Jordan Love, and everyone playing well,
Healthy
looking
Micah.
beautiful, overcoming the Tucker Kraft injury. Like we
Yep.
were fantastic. Then Micah Parsons, Jordan Love, Malik Willis was questionable this week. Like our team is so beat up right now. Like I don't, like I don't want to get my
Well,
hopes up about the playoffs. If they handle this one well and we win out the rest of the season, then I'll get back on board. But right now, like our season's kind of a wash for me. Like I don't know if we can overcome the injuries. I mean, Clayton Tune had good chemistry with our rookie receiver who we haven't really, and I'm not saying we're misusing him. We have so many people who are talented in receiver positions that we don't need to use Matthew Golden yet. We're kind of
yeah.
we don't really throw rookies out there and expect them to be the number one in year one. That's just kind of the Green Bay way. But I mean, Clayton Tune has great chemistry with Matthew Golden in
Golden.
college. So maybe if he needs to come in this one, maybe Malik's shoulders bugging him, and we see the breakout game for Matthew Golden. I think they should win this one. But
Yeah.
I don't like our run defense lately. Our O-line is pretty banged up. Uh, I don't
So,
know Clayton Tune. We haven't seen Clayton Tune play. We know Malik Willis is an amazing backup quarterback. He is currently injured. So I don't know if he makes it through the whole game. I know he's expected to start, but it's still kind of a game time thing. I don't know. I'm going to pick Green Bay because I'm delusional, but because I'm
well,
optimistic, but it's tough.
so this is a bit of a toss-up game. It could go
Yeah.
either way. I trust the Packers more, and I'll tell you why. I think John Harbaugh is getting fired. I really do. And if they don't make the playoffs, I think he's fired. And if you go back, I know you watch Sunday Night Football, Ravens Patriots.
Mhm.
The Ravens were up double digits in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter. They had that game in the bag, and what did they? Or up nine or something like that. No, I think it was 11.
Yeah, I
And
thought it was 10 or 11.
yeah, and Derrick Henry has two touchdowns. He's having a great game, and they literally bench him the
Yeah.
rest of the way,
And
and
their
it made
reasoning
no
was so
sense.
weird. They were like for internal things. Like,
Harbaugh even said post game, well, no, he should be out there. I don't. He's
yeah,
like that was bad on our part, and it's like the season's on
obviously.
the line. What are you doing? But real quick, what did you think of Matt LaFleur benching? It looked like they benched Josh Jacobs after a fumble against the Bears, and even that was like, what are you doing? He's elite.
So, did you see the post game interview with Josh Jacobs where they asked him about it?
No, I didn't see that.
So he wasn't like he didn't seem upset by it. Like it seemed like he was dealing with something or he wasn't feeling well. Like I know there was multiple people on the injury report who were marked out with an illness for practice. So I don't know if there was just something going
Really?
around.
Yeah.
Um, but when they asked him about it, he was like, I mean, I needed to be out. I wasn't playing my best. So I don't know if he was like, hey, coach, that fumble, like I'm just not feeling good. Like maybe he had a fever,
Maybe.
maybe it was a head cold, but he didn't seem upset at all that he was benched. But you look at Derrick Henry post game, he was
Yeah.
heated. He felt like them not putting him in the game. This is how it appeared. He didn't say this, but it seemed like he was like, I could have won this game. Like you guys taking
Right.
me out, this is why we lost. But I
Yeah.
didn't get that vibe from Jacobs at all. I feel like he knew he wasn't playing his best and he was not in it and he needed to be on the bench. Um,
Yeah. And there's
like
sickness going around Green Bay right now in that
yeah.
locker room.
Like we had multiple players miss practices that week who were sick. There were people like who left the
This week
game.
too. Yeah.
So I feel like maybe it's a very different vibe there, but
So to that point, I don't
pulling
trust
out
them.
players in a game when they are helping carry that team on their back is crazy. And like Derrick Henry logged his 40th career game with at least 100 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown against the Patriots. He's sixth
Yeah.
most in the NFL. Pulling him out At that point, with the game on the line that close is absolutely insane to me. I do not like that. I don't think Josh Jacobs was going to be that much of a difference maker at that point in the game, but you compare their stats and like what Henry has done for that team, it is crazy for me. And I just feel like internally, there's got to be some tension going on in that locker room.
Yeah, I mean, he was carrying them. He broke off a big run. He scored that second touchdown late. He was carrying that offense, especially with Lamar being hurt, and out of the game. So I don't understand it. But I think I agree with you. I think the Packers find a way to win this one at home, whether it's Malik Willis, Clayton Tune. I think they'll just find a way. I think the Ravens are going to trip over their own feet at some point, and Green Bay is going to be able to get this done. And and again, it's all gloom and doom in Green Bay because of the injuries and the losing streak, blah blah blah. But if the Packers win out and the Bears lose out, the Packers still might win the division, and the Bears don't have easy games.
Yeah.
Detroit might be eliminated. They're still going to want to beat the Bears, so it's going to be an interesting conclusion here. So it's going to be a good game. But I agree with you. I got Green Bay at home.
I will have to say though, I hope that Derrick Henry is annoyed. I hope his heart isn't in it. I hope he's pissed off at his coach and he doesn't play well. Because in his two games against Green Bay, he has 185 yards. So
Yeah.
we don't really have an answer for Derrick Henry. Um, and I hope he plays a shitty game. I hope he's mad, and I hope he throws the game for us.
And I hope Green Bay gives the ball to Josh Jacobs and doesn't bench him. Hopefully he's over whatever was going
Yeah.
on. And yeah. All right, let's go to Sunday. We got some interesting games here on Sunday. Let's start it out with the 3-12 Cardinals on a 7-game losing streak at the 5-10 Bengals. Since he really took off offensively last week with 45 points, a career game from Chase Brown, good game from Joe Burrow. Um, some injuries on both sides of the on both teams. I got the Bengals at home here. It's pretty easy for me.
So for me, for sure, but let's just talk about the conversation that this team had about benching its starters because obviously these two last games don't mean anything.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow's response to potentially being benched for the rest of the season is beautiful, and that is the reaction we want. That's like the heart we want in every starting NFL player. Like, no,
yeah,
I just want to play. I
yeah,
love that. Shout out to him. I mean, it's one thing to miss the postseason on a normally competitive team that's normally in the mix. I mean, this year has not been their year. The fact that they're finally connecting, the chemistry is good. I mean, 45 points in a game that meant nothing to them. They weren't going anywhere in the postseason, but finally getting their chemistry right and then refusing to be benched. I think that's beautiful. I like his statement. Definitely the Bengals in this one.
yeah. And I think Jonathan Gannon, his days are numbered. He might be fired at the end of this season. So not good vibes in Arizona, and I just trust the Bengals here. Um, 9-6 Steelers at the 3-12 Browns, and this was what I was waiting for. This is a veteran Steelers team, and everyone was panicking on Pittsburgh. National media, even Steelers fans were panicking just like 3 weeks ago. But the month of December hits, and suddenly the Steelers are 3-0, and Aaron Rodgers is playing better football. They're running the ball a lot better, and they seem to be hitting their stride. And on top of that, some more good news. TJ Watt returns to practice. He's out for this game, but that's good news for the playoffs right around the corner. So I'm loving the vibes from Pittsburgh. I'm not loving the vibes in Cleveland. On top of that, Quinshad Judkins, their rookie running back, who's carried this team all
He's
season
been
long.
so good.
Yeah, massive injury, broken fibula and a dislocated ankle. So that's going to be a long recovery for him. Uh, I got the Steelers now. If the Ravens are eliminated, we'll see what the Steelers do. But I don't think this team can afford to like bench their starters and lose a meaningless game. They need to keep winning and keep that positive momentum, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can absolutely see it from both sides here. Like they need to keep everyone healthy for the postseason if the Ravens lose and they clinch. But also they haven't had long enough where they've been clicking very well as an offense to bench their starters. I see
Yeah,
it from both sides. My goal here is as a Myles Garrett fan, I hope Green Bay beats Baltimore. Pittsburgh clinches, and then he gets to face Mason Rudolph and then breaks the record in this week. That's what I hope for. That's my goal here. I don't know if it should play out like that or not. But I will say if Shedeur Sanders happens to beat Pittsburgh, he would join Brandon Weeden and Dorian Thompson-Robinson as the only Browns rookie quarterbacks to ever beat Mike Tomlin's Steelers.
Wow. What a pathetic list, too. Brandon Weeden and Dorian Thompson Robinson.
I mean, but Tomlin's been there for so long. Like they play so often, and it's not like them having a rookie quarterback is rare. Like if you were like, oh,
Yeah.
Green Bay's rookie quarterbacks, like you'd be like, oh shit, who was the last rookie quarterback? Like we don't do that. Cleveland's every year. So like it is a short list for as long as they've played Pittsburgh and as many rookie quarterbacks as they had. I mean, how many
Uh,
quarterbacks have they had since Tomlin
oh my,
joined
so
Pittsburgh?
many.
Like,
So many.
yeah,
Yeah. We're hoping Miles Garrett breaks the record.
yeah.
But are you taking Pittsburgh here? I for sure am.
Yes. And then we'll revisit if they decide to bench their starters, obviously. But yeah,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
But I think the Steelers could probably bench their starters and still win this game too. So
I mean, maybe, but like, do the second string care about winning? Like, I don't know.
yeah, who knows?
I feel like
Um,
Cleveland beating Pittsburgh is kind of like Cleveland's Super Bowl, so I feel like Cleveland's going to show up for this one. But we'll
yeah,
see.
division rivalry,
Especially
you
if
never
Myles Garrett
know.
breaks the record, like Cleveland's going to be like shooting off
Yeah,
fireworks at halftime. Like,
yeah, at home. Yeah.
mm, the energy would be good.
How about the red hot 3 game winning streak Saints at the 3-12 Titans? But Tennessee, they're a little hot too. They've won 2 of their last 3 games. This is a secret, a low key, 2 hot teams battling it out here with awful records. How are you feeling about this one?
I could not care less. Cam Ward is riding a 3 game streak with more than one touchdown pass, guys. Like the
Yeah.
bar is on the ground for him. Like I am not impressed. I do not care in this one. I expect it to be ugly. I'm picking New Orleans here, but only because I just really don't care. And I'm just Tennessee is not doing the right things with their quarterback drafting process. I have not been impressed for multiple picks in a row now. Um, Mariota was the last time I thought they did something right, and then, he's not on their team anymore. So clearly that didn't work out. I think the Saints defense has stepped up a lot. And we know the Titans
Yeah.
suck on the ground. So their run game's going to be non-existent. They've been running the ball well the last couple weeks, but the Saints defense is fifth in run defense. I think it's going to be a rough game for the Titans.
I picked the Titans to beat the Chiefs, and people were laughing at me and saying, "What are you doing?" Hugh Jackson was like, "Alex, you're throwing away your
Oh
game
yeah,
pick
yeah,
this
yeah.
week." And but hey, the Titans bailed me out. I'm riding with the Titans. Give me the Titans here. But to their credit, the Saints have been playing a lot better. Tyler
Yeah.
Shuck has been playing a lot better. But yeah, give me
He
the
is
Titans at
not the
home.
quarterback who I thought I would be. Like, wow, he's really improved. Like that's
Yeah.
not someone who I thought would be in the conversation.
Yeah,
So
got Saints fans thinking about not drafting a quarterback in the first round. What kind of madness is this? But maybe Tyler Shuck is the guy. Um,
I just wish he had a
let's,
better name. I don't like
yeah,
the
I
jokes that
know.
come with his name. They're terrible.
Well, it's like Tyler Show is what it looks
Yeah.
like. It's so weird.
Or like Schaff, like cough. Like I don't why
Yeah,
are there so many different pronunciations for OUGH, America? Why do we do this? Why?
yeah,
I
Chuck. How does that make any sense? Oh,
Our
you.
language is so stupid. Anyway.
um, Jags on a 6 game winning streak at the Colts, who are on a 5 game losing streak. Old man Philip Rivers, getting another start, but Jacksonville's playing great football. I don't see how they lose this one. I know it's in Indy, but the Colts are eliminated, right? And I don't see I don't see the Colts winning this one. It's a cool story with Philip Rivers coming back, but he hasn't won yet, and I don't think he wins in this one. Do you?
No, I just feel like the comeback story would have been awesome. Can you imagine like he comes into the league, they win a Super Bowl, like I think it would have been great. And also the Colts are technically still in playoff contention. They will be eliminated
Wow.
with a loss or if the Texans win.
Okay.
But they're barely in, and their team is just falling apart so much. Like we saw these teams match up 3 weeks ago, first place with AFC South on the line. Like this game is so different. Like the momentum is completely shifted. Like the Colts are such a different team than they were a month ago. Like it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. I liked what the Colts were doing. I just think uh I think we know who the better team is here, and I don't think we will be surprised in this one. I don't think it's going to be a Hallmark movie special for Philip Rivers and the Colts, unfortunately.
No, and the pressure's on Jacksonville. I know they're red hot and it feels like everything's going right, but they can't afford to lose even one game with the Texans right on their heels. So I expect them to step up and play well. And have you been impressed with Trevor Lawrence of late? He's been playing really good football. I hope that continues into the playoffs.
He has. I'm just concerned that the league has seen his connection with Parker Washington. I mean, his career high 145 receiving yards last week. Most in a game by a Jacksonville player since Evan Ingram had 162 in week 14 of 2022. My issue is they're having a great connection, but the league has seen this and they don't
Yeah.
have a ton of other options. So I feel like if a defense comes in and covers Parker Washington, Trevor Lawrence goes
Well,
back to looking kind of iffy.
I think they do have some other options.
They
Jacoby
do, but
Myers.
he's clearly their front runner. And
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed about Trevor Lawrence is unless his number one option is very available, the play kind of dies. I
Yeah.
feel like he's missing the confidence he had in his first season. Because I mean, when he started in the league, he had like a little bit of a
Swag.
sass to him. Like
Yeah.
I'm missing that swag. I don't see the confidence there. I feel like he's been beat up a lot. His team has gone through some stuff. He's played on a poor team, but they're doing so well right now. Like I want his zest back. Like I'm not seeing it. Maybe he's waiting till they clinch the postseason and like they're in a good spot and he can brag a little bit, but you should be confident. You should be proud of what you've done this season. And I feel like he needs to step into that leadership role and be a little bit more saucy, and I'm not seeing it yet.
I think it is. I think he had a career high. I think he threw 6 touchdowns a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but like
Um,
act like you did that. Act like you just
yeah,
threw 6 touchdowns. I need it. Like give me some energy, sir.
I think you're sleeping on him a little bit. I think the Jags are going to win a playoff game. I think
I
this
think they
team
are
is
too.
good.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
he should be proud of what they did. He should be acting as confident as they are. I've never been a Trevor Lawrence fan. I have only
yeah,
nice things to say about him this season. Like I'm not even
yeah,
talking shit. Like you should be proud. You should be coming into this game with like, y'all, I just
yeah,
threw 6 touchdowns. Like I want
yeah.
to see that. Like you've earned it. I want a Kirk Cousins you like that. Like give me some energy, sir.
Yeah, and like you said, don't focus on Parker Washington. You got Brian Thomas Jr.,
He's
Jacoby
got
Myers,
weapons. Spread it
Travis
around.
Etienne, yeah,
Yeah.
Brenton Strange. So hopefully he does that, and hopefully he does that in this game. So we agree on the Jags here. Let's go the Bucks at the Dolphins, and we've both been on this Bucks team all season long. We both had them going to the NFC Championship game. They've been letting us down of late on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a really bad loss at Carolina. They've lost 6 of their last 7, but this seems like a very winnable game. This is a Dolphins defense that gave up 45 to the Bengals last week. They're starting rookie quarterback Quinn Ewers. Um, the Bucks are going to be without Tristan Wirfs, their left tackle, so that's not ideal. But the Dolphins are without Minka Fitzpatrick. I just think desperation has set in, and I think the Bucks have no choice but to win this game in Miami. And with no Tua, with Quinn Ewers starting, there's no excuses left. They have to win this game, and I'm going to pick them to do it, but they better.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of them disappointing me. Especially because like we love Baker. And I mean they've had some ugly, ugly mistakes in their games. I just
Yeah.
feel like there's no more time for excuses. Luckily their division is so bad
Yep.
that they're still in the running. Like you put this record in some of the other divisions, like they
Anywhere
would have
else.
been eliminated weeks ago. But
Yeah.
I mean they came into this season 6-2.
Yep.
Like they had such a hot start, and I mean, Todd Bowles said it best. He said, "Our biggest enemy right now is us." Like, yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are kind of screwing yourselves. I think they win. I hope they win. If not, we got to reevaluate what's going on in that team because, I mean, if they lose here and the Panthers win, they're out. They need to win here and they need to beat the Panthers next week.
Yeah, and I think Todd Bowles is on the hot seat. If this Bucks team, how talented as they are, if they miss the playoffs, fire
Mhm.
Todd Bowles. Get him out of here. Get a fresh face in here.
Because we know it's not Baker Mayfield's fault. We're not going to Cleveland him and scapegoat him for what the team's doing. Because up until his receivers started dropping like flies and the running
Yeah,
back got injured, that man had an MVP season. He was well into the top three in the conversation through the first half of the season for MVP because he
yeah.
was pulling off some ridiculous plays, pulling runs out of his ass. Like I I think the coaching is to blame, and I'm very glad that Baker Mayfield is finally getting the respect he deserves because no one's saying that this is his fault, which I like because
Yeah.
other teams have
And
done that.
yeah, and I think Baker will get the respect back when he wins this game and when he beats the Panthers in week 18 and this Bucks team gets into the playoffs. So,
I'm down with that storyline. I like
yeah.
that.
But, Patriots at the Jets. Jets 3-game losing streak. This game's not going to be close. It's Brady Cook starting, the rookie quarterback for the Jets. I mean, New England by like 35. What do you think?
Yeah. Ugly, well-timed matchup for them. I love that they're playing some challenging teams this late in the season. I think it'll really disprove the narrative that they haven't played any good team. Oh, wait, no.
No, that's exactly right. The Patriots and the Broncos both have to prove it to me.
Mhm.
They're both really well coached. We love Sean Payton. We love
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel, but we got to see it from the quarterbacks, Drake May and Bo Nix, come playoff time. Are they capable of going on a deep playoff run? Um, and we'll see if they can, but this is
Yeah.
an easy win. So 12-3 Seahawks at the 8-7 Panthers. This is a good matchup. This is a tough one to pick. But
Because the Panthers have been spicy lately. Like they seem like they give a shit all of a sudden.
they do. But if you take away that Bucks win, they're
Mhm.
500 in their last eight. And they
Yeah.
got swept by the Saints. I agree with you that they're spicy, but they're not spicy every single week.
No,
And
they're
so
very hot and cold and they like to play spoiler. I feel like they have
yeah,
vendettas against certain teams and then that's when they show up and the rest of the time they're like, "Oh, I forgot we're Carolina." Actually, we're not.
yeah,
Yeah, they're weird. They've been an odd team to pick. And we've got some injuries on both teams here, which kind of suck. Tershawn Wharton out, Trevin Wallace out for Carolina, Charles Cross and Kobe Bryant out for Seattle. I
yeah,
do think that Seattle is I know the Panthers just beat the Bucks and I love the Bucks, but Seattle's a much better team than the Bucks, so I'm picking Seattle here. Um, and I will say as ugly as the Green Bay backup quarterback battle Saturday night is going to be, I am glad that it did not get flexed and this one got moved back to Saturday because I mean this game is probably going to be better than Green Bay Baltimore with backup quarterbacks. So
yeah.
technically the NFL probably could have flexed it, but I think they needed the extra day of rest after that overtime Thursday night. Like that Seattle game was so fun. They were
Yeah,
on the field for 88 plays in that game
that
against the
was
Rams.
insane. We didn't really talk. Oh, we talked a little bit about it with you, but that game was incredible. Three 2-point conversions to pull that win off. Um, and some people, let me ask you this. So some people are using that game and saying, I believe in Sam Darnold now. He did throw two interceptions in that game. And without his starting left tackle, Charles Cross, in this game, I have a feeling that the Panthers could sneak up and bite Seattle in this one. It could be a Darnold turnover game. I'm leaning Carolina here a little bit.
Okay. I trust Seattle more. I like Seattle's defense. They've dropped a couple ugly games over the last 5 weeks that I
Hmm.
haven't loved, but I am so impressed by their performance last week.
Yeah,
I think I'm back on board with them. Like, I don't think Darnold. I think he's a system quarterback. I think as well
yeah,
as you coach and as well as his, because I mean, he is never. I mean, look at the weapons he's had the last 2 seasons. Like, he has not struggled in the weapons department. Like. You give him
yeah,
JSN, like,
yeah,
oh, he's good. Is he, or is JSN just ridiculously good? Like his Minnesota weapons, like
yeah.
my
Loaded.
man is stacked. Like he kind of cheats a little bit. Like, yeah, he's good on paper. But he's still Sam Darnold. Like he's gonna throw some ugly picks. On a good team, Sam Darnold is great. I feel like the same could be said for Brock Purdy. Like, if he didn't have such a great supporting squad, like, would he be as good as his record is? Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Well,
I
you
am
see
picking
Matt
Seattle
Jones.
here. I like
Yeah.
Devin Witherspoon against Carolina. I think that's going to be a great matchup. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
You should pick
Yeah.
Carolina here, though. I like that. I think it
Yeah.
could go either way. Carolina likes to play spoiler, um, and they get to play this after the game is after the Bucks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Bucks
Four
game will be
o'clock, I
over,
believe.
so they'll know
Yeah.
what they're playing for. If the Bucks lose and they win this one, the Panthers clinch a playoff berth.
Let me see.
I don't know what time. I thought this
It
was a
might
later
be
game.
1 o'clock. It might be the same time.
Okay, I
I'm
thought it
gonna
might be a
look
later game,
here.
but maybe I've got that wrong. If I do, then just scrap all that. But
Yeah, it's a
um,
one because it's in Carolina. It's a 1 p.m.
damn. Okay,
So I'm gonna go
time zones
Carolina
always get
here,
me.
and I just think Charles Cross. That's a big deal. The
Yeah.
starting left tackle. So we'll see. But I don't feel confident picking the Panthers. I mean, they got swept by the Saints. I picked them once before and they bit me. So it could go either way. But so we're gonna disagree on that one.
Yeah, but
I'm
we agree on it. I think we're just picking differently. Like I think
yeah.
we feel the same way about it, but it really could go either way depending on which version of Darnold shows up and which version of Carolina shows up. Because both of them have split personalities.
Well, I feel like 4 games in a row here are could go either way, and that's
Yeah.
why I haven't filled in my picks yet. And
But see,
so,
that one mattered.
yeah,
That game matters. We should just eliminate teams who have 2 wins in week 17. I don't want to see two win teams playing. I don't take it
no,
off the air. They need to
let
be
me.
punished.
No, this game matters a lot. This is the Fernando Mendoza Bowl. Who? How many times have we seen when a team could have the number one overall pick and they ruin it by winning a pointless game at the end of the season that like the fans are so mad because like why did you win that game? Just
Okay,
put
but
in
my
your
favorite is when two shitty teams play late in the season and you can tell they're both trying to lose.
yeah,
And then
that's what
one of
this
them
game
has to
is.
win. Like one of them lost harder than the other one. Like I
Yeah.
hope this is hideous. I hope there are 97 turnovers. I hope there are 17 turnovers on downs. I hope there's 7 fumbles. Like I want this to be ugly. I don't want any I want it all to be touchbacks or like I want it to be hideous. No one return a punt, nothing.
You're telling me you're not excited about two teams with 9 game losing streaks dueling it out? Um,
Oh,
some drama in Vegas as they told Max Crosby that
oh,
they're going to shut him down for the final 2 games, and he's like, he did not agree with it. He was very upset. He said, "I don't want to be here." They told him, "Go ahead, go home. We understand." Um, what do you think about the drama and how this game unfolds?
I think there were rumors that Green Bay was going to go after him this year, and I want those rumors to come to fruition. I think when your team is shitty and you have one star player on that team who wants to be there, who has turned down potentials to be traded elsewhere, and is like, no, I want to stay here. You're my guys. And then you want to shut him down for the last 2 games of the season.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
stupid. Let him do what he wants. Nothing
yeah.
else on this season is going right for you. Not a single goddamn thing. If your star defensive player wants to show up and pad his personal stats, you let him do whatever the fuck he wants, or he will leave you.
He might be leaving. And I take that personally. You saying that the Packers want to have him. You have Micah Parsons now. You
I
don't
know,
get
I know.
both.
I
And the
wasn't saying we were
Bears
gonna get him. I'm just saying, like, hey, we said we wanted to go for him, and he's like, nah, I'm comfy. Like,
well,
let the
that's
boy
a
leave. I don't want him. I don't want him in Chicago. I don't want him in Minnesota. Detroit
Chicago.
doesn't need him. So
Chicago needs him. We need a defensive end.
no.
Uh, yeah, we'll
Well,
see.
we'll need one. Micah Parsons isn't going to be back for a minute, so we got time.
Um, Mike is a freak of nature. Mike will be ready week 1. Don't doubt. Mike is a
Oh,
stud.
that would be a crazy turnaround, especially for Green
Yeah.
Bay. Like, there's no way. We are so injury bugged. Like,
I'll tell you what though,
I'll tell you what.
If Green Bay can stay healthy for a full season,
I was like, stay.
That's a Super Bowl caliber. Tucker
I,
Kraft, those
no,
receivers.
we stayed healthy this season, I think there's absolutely no doubt we would have won the Super Bowl. Like, we
Yeah.
were. I mean, it took us the first 6 weeks or so
But
to
once
start
they started
clicking.
cooking, yeah,
But I mean, it was a breakout season for everyone. Like Rashawn
yeah,
Gary, Tucker Kraft, like I mean, Matthew Golden hasn't broken out yet, but we don't really use rookies like that. But I mean, the two the last two games we played that we lost, we
yeah,
were we were fine until star players started dropping like flies. Like we would have won
yeah.
both of those. I It's a frustrating season for Packers fans. So forgive us for our sadness and don't say it's because Chicago beat us. It's because the injuries. That's what we're sad about. Like I don't care that you guys won. I care that our
But those
players were
are actually
gone for the
good this year.
season.
It makes sense this year. It's not like we're a 4-win team beating
Yeah.
you, you
No,
know.
I'm fine with Chicago winning, but
Yeah.
like they wouldn't have won if all of our players were still in the game. Like
Yeah, we might have split home and home. But
I mean, how
anyway,
many points were we ahead before our quarterback was? Okay.
yeah,
Anyway, all
but
right, all right,
Chicago is clutch. That's what we're good at, is those comebacks.
all
But
right.
anyway,
Sure. Anyway, moving
who
on.
no,
Eagles
which one of
Bills.
these
This game is
great teams are
fun.
you picking? Giants or Raiders?
Don't give a shit. No, I'm taking the Giants. I
All
think.
right, I'm taking the Raiders. We'll disagree on that one. Uh, Now to your AFC team, the 10-5 Eagles at the 11-4 Bills. Philly on a 2-game winning streak, Bills on a 4-game winning streak. I like this. This is a little bit, I mean, say what you want. This could be a Super Bowl preview. And this is
Mhm.
a great test for Buffalo before the playoffs get started to see how you match up against one of the most talented teams in the NFC. Jalen Carter is back healthy. And the Bills are a little injury hit. They're down 2 defensive tackles. They're down Jordan Poyer. Matt Prater once again is out. Um, Eagles, no Lane Johnson, no Jacoby Dean. How do you see this one going? It's in Buffalo. It's going to be a fun game.
I love it. I had a lot of questions about the Eagles this season. I talked a lot of
Mm-hmm.
shit. They weren't playing well. Jalen Hurts wasn't using his feet at all. They weren't using their run game properly.
Yep.
He's been very selective with how his runs. I don't know if he was just kind of saving it up, but I mean he was on pace for career lows in rushing attempts and yards. But the last two games, he's rushed 14 times for 79 yards. So I really do think they were kind of just pacing themselves. I think they kind of knew that they could make the postseason without doing anything crazy. They were trying to keep people healthy. And we're starting to see them lean back into what made them successful last year.
Yeah.
And they have 10 wins. Have they lost some really ugly ones this season? Yes.
Yeah.
But they're figuring it out at the right time. I mean, it seems very manipulated and planned how this season played out for them. That like they lost games that I mean, they're done. That's it. That was the ugliest loss I've seen from a post Super Bowl team. But like,
Yeah.
look, they're in the mix now. I love the Bills. Obviously, I'm going to pick the Bills here because I, I, the Bills' last game was so good. Like
Yeah.
they're using James Cook properly. He just got the lead in the rushing title over Jonathan Taylor. They've been using the ground game more. I don't love the Eagles defense. They've been allowing 123 rushing yards per game. They're bad on first downs. I think defensively, the Bills kind of edge out the Eagles, but I do think offensively, they've been doing kind of the same things. They're playing really well. They're very similar offensive teams, but I do trust the Bills defense a bit more.
Well, without the 2 defensive tackles, without Jordan Poyer, I think that is something to keep an eye on
Mhm.
defensively in this game. I don't really trust Philly a lot either, but the one thing I do like about the Eagles is they're starting to get Saquon Barkley going, and
Yeah,
they're going to need
finally.
that. Yeah, they're going to need that come playoff time. But on the other side, James Cook has been huge for Buffalo. I'm going to take the Bills here with you. Um, I just think the Bills are in that mode right now where
Yeah.
they're ready and
I
they
feel
could
like
see,
that Patriots win was so
yeah.
indicative of where they're at mentally that I can't pick against them after that.
Yeah,
Um,
and they might face New England in the playoffs and I believe in Buffalo right now, and tell me if you see it the same way I do. That path through the AFC is open this year, and if
mhm.
of all the teams, Josh Allen has proven multiple times he can get to at least to an AFC championship game, and I don't see anyone stopping them. I think if they can get going, and here's an opportunity. If they win this game and keep it rolling, they could go into the playoffs on a 6-game winning streak. They could be the hottest team going into the playoffs. and the team that we trust the most. So
Yeah. I mean,
the path is
it's
there.
the perfect season for them. Like all the big bads are gone. The big bads
Yep.
weren't that good anyway this year. But like Mahomes is out, Joe Burrow is out. Like New England is good, but they're pretty untested. And both times that they've been tested, it's I mean, Buffalo just kind of answered that question for us there.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's the perfect season for them, and I really want them to win so I can wear that shirt that John got me for Christmas next
That
week.
was an
I didn't want
awesome
to wear it
shirt.
today because like their last one was so long ago, but I was kind of hoping
Yeah.
you'd pick Philly, and then I could wear the shirt as a to you. But, whatever. You guys will love my shirt. It got me the coolest Christmas present.
Well, we'll see. I mean, hey, if you want to talk me into picking Philly, maybe I'll switch my pick right before kickoff. We'll see what happens.
But I think it's one of those I think Philadelphia is so comfortable winning. I think they're very kind of relaxed about it. They don't have as much on the line and they don't feel the
Yeah.
pressure like Buffalo does. So
Yeah.
I like Buffalo pulling this one off.
Yeah, the division's locked up. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, Buffalo is more urgent right now.
Yep.
And they can technically still catch New England if things break their way. So we'll
They
see.
can.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I'm gonna agree with you for now and take the Bills. Let's go Sunday Night Football. Another tough matchup here. The 11-4 Bears at the 11-4 49ers. And I love this matchup right now because the Bears are getting that playoff test before the playoffs. And it's a road game against a red hot 49ers team. And it's a important game too. And I'm really interested to see how the Bears look against a very well coached team and a team that's just kind of rolling right now. How do you see this game? It's going to be a lot of fun on Sunday night.
I think it is too, but I feel like San Francisco is the better team. And I mean, the way Chicago beat Green Bay, you guys took
Hmm.
a second string team to overtime, and the reason you won is because our botched onside kick recovery. Like that was it. Like that was the end of the game. If he had caught that or batted it out of bounds, the game was over. Like you guys won because Green Bay fucked up.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah. If
a
you
second
recover
string
that
team you were
onside
playing.
kick, and the game's over. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Like and I'm like you guys won, you won fair and square, but I just feel like confidence level, I can't be confident in a team that should have lost that game if the other team hadn't fucked up. Like I feel like the 49ers have kind of earned their last couple wins where I mean Chicago was kind of gifted that one. Granted, you're in the lead for the division right now, so it's fine. Like you are where you are, but I trust the 49ers more. I think they have more confidence. They've overcome so much. I know they're both missing some key players in this one too, so it might be
Yeah.
interesting. Ricky Pearsall and George Kittle both being out is a rough.
Well, questionable game time decisions. So they
Okay,
might play, and Romo Dunze's out, but we are getting Luther Burden back.
yeah. Well, Luther Burden can keep his hands to himself.
He was doing the choke slam. He watches too much wrestling.
I'm
Um,
real mad he missed the rematch. Like you're picking a fight as a rookie with Green Bay, who you have to play twice a season, and then we come back around to play again. He's like, "Oh no, I don't feel good." So real
I'm
convenient timing, Luther.
we need so Nashawn Wright and CJ Gardner Johnson are both questionable. We're gonna
Yeah.
need both of them. Nashawn Wright has been amazing this
He's been
year.
so good. He made some great
Yeah,
plays against Green Bay.
yeah.
I don't have confidence in the Bears. I feel the Bears are the NFC's Denver Broncos, and I
And
stand by
that's
that. I said that like 5 weeks ago, and it's absolutely true. I mean, they have 6 wins after trailing in the last 2 minutes of the game. Like, I'm just
yeah.
gonna call you guys the 2 minute men. Like,
That's
that's the most
that's
by any
the
team since the merger. Like, that's crazy.
that's the national that's how the league sees the Bears right now. They're not buying in 100% yet. They need to see more. Do you think if the Bears go into San Francisco and get this win, will that change some of that perspective or do they need to do it in the playoffs to do that?
I want to see it in the playoffs. Like, when was the
Yeah.
last time we saw a Bears team be competitive in the postseason?
No, I know. Go back to 2018. Well, the last time they won the division and they lost to the Eagles on the double doink. So you got to
Yeah.
prove it. come playoff time.
Yeah, and I like this Bears team. I have no issue with them. I love Caleb Williams. I love that he isn't responding to all the media chatting about his personal aesthetic. I love that he's just going out there improving it. They have so much young talent on offense. Their defense has been really solid, greatly improved this season.
Yeah.
But like even in the division, like you look at who they're competing against, the Detroit Lions completely fell apart this year. They coached themselves out of the postseason. Green Bay has been dealing with injuries like crazy. Like they're
Minnesota's not the same this year.
yeah, I'm not impressed by them winning the division. I will be impressed if they beat the 49ers and go into the postseason and start winning postseason games. Do I
Well,
think
and
they're
then
a Super Bowl team this year? Maybe not. Do I think they have the potential in the next 2 years? Absolutely. If they keep playing like this and they prove it and they beat I mean, say next year the division is clicking on all cylinders and everyone's competitive except for Minnesota because yeah, I love JJ in college, but I don't think he's the guy. But I just it's the same thing. Like, do we really trust Denver? Like, okay, if Denver wins the division, does it really impress us because the Chiefs were so bad? Not really. I want to see a postseason win from this Bears team before I trust them.
well, what do you think about the current setup as of right now has the Bears hosting the Packers in the wild card round?
Um, are our quarterbacks playing in this game? Is it our practice
Oh,
squad
Love will be
again?
back. Love is only it's only a concussion. That's not a 5 week thing. Love will be back. You guys will be ready to go. We might have to go to that game if that's what it is. But
Green Bay is
um
just so unlucky this year. I'm so mad. Like we used all of our good juju to get Micah Parsons and to get a receiver with our first
yeah, in
pick,
the first
and then
round, yeah.
that was it. That was all the good luck we got this year. Nope.
So you're going Niners. I'm going Bears here. I can't pick
Good.
against the Bears right now.
Yeah.
So
Like I'm not talking shit about the Bears. I don't think they're a bad team. I just don't
they
quite
got to
trust
prove it.
them.
They haven't done anything for so long. They got to prove it. And Ben
Yeah.
Johnson is still in the process of proving it, and so is Caleb Williams. So I agree 100% with what you're saying. Lastly, not that great of a game. The Rams at the Falcons. The Rams are going to be pissed off with how they blew that 16-point fourth quarter lead to Seattle. I think
Crazy.
they, yeah, I think they blow Atlanta out or win by double digits.
I think it would be absolutely insane because Atlanta does like Atlanta and Carolina like to just fuck with other teams. It
Yeah,
would be crazy if they were just like, you know what? This is our Super Bowl. Let's win this one. I
and
want Atlanta to win and I want Abe to come on this podcast and just lose his shit.
go crazy. And Kirk Cousins quietly has been playing pretty decent lately, and he's trying to get a starting job somewhere. There's not, you know, 32
Unfortunately, I think
starters.
the only place that would be a good fit for him is Minnesota. Oh, wait, no, we already did that.
Hey, he could go back to Minnesota. Don't put it
That
past
would be
him.
insane. Do you know how much shit talking I would do after my draft plan for Minnesota was to trade up in the first, grab JJ McCarthy, have him start, train behind Kirk Cousins, have Kirk Cousins mentor
You'd be
him,
like,
and then
why didn't you just do this all
I
along? Like,
fucking told you guys to do this from day one. Like to have to circle back to do that a year later, like that's embarrassing. Y'all need to listen to my draft plans for you.
hey, the story has been set for a while. We know what the hell we're talking about, so they need to start listening to us, future GMs here on the Sports League podcast.
Do you know
But
what version of Kirk Cousins would come out if Minnesota was like, hey, actually, we think you should be our starter? Like,
oh, he would
you
be
would
you
get,
like that all over
you like
again.
that Kirko chains,
Football
like you
chains,
like
yeah.
chains, like it would be terrifying. I don't know if Colts has enough Colts cash for that swag level. I don't think we're there.
But it's gonna be I mean, honestly, low key, it's gonna be a real fun week 17. It's already been pretty good, and that was with third string quarterbacks. So tomorrow's gonna be fun. Sunday is gonna be fun. A great cap on Sunday night football. Who knows? Maybe we'll get an upset on Monday night. You're going Rams though, right? You're not picking
Yes.
Atlanta.
No,
Yeah.
no, but it would be funny. I would be
Yeah.
I would be
No, I
entertained.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
yeah, all the games are great, minus that one that we don't need to talk about.
so we disagree on what four, right?
Three, yeah, four total.
4 games, and I've got a 1 game lead. And I tell you what, at this point, it's I just want you to have the Caleb Williams, the bear color nails. That's what I'm going for, and I had
I
to
could
wait.
rock
It's
some
been
orange. I don't think I'm gonna do blue nails ever. Blue is not my color.
well, navy blue and orange. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Can I
But
just do
it's been
orange? Can I just do solid orange? Does it
as
have to be
long as
blue and
you
orange?
clear the
You're just gonna
orange
send me a
with
picture of Caleb Williams' nails, and I'll have to do those.
like. But it's been written. You can't beat me by 29 games and then I not win the next year.
That
It
was
has
so
to
mean. Like I felt abusive.
happen. It was mean. I bring you on the show and you're
Do
just
you guys know
dragging.
that I actually had a wellness check? I'm just kidding. Um, we were a little
Well,
worried. Hugh was telling me to stop being so mean to you. Like I felt like a bully. Like
you was bullying me last week, Alex. You threw away your picks, but look at me. I'm in the lead now. So
it was a weird week last week. I don't know.
yeah, lots of upsets, lots of crazy games. It's been that way all year.
Yeah.
And I don't expect it to change the rest of this way. So we'll see what happens. But good shit as always. Happy holidays. Hope you guys enjoy the weekend and the New Year's and all that good stuff. The season's coming to an end, but it's been a lot of fun. Good shit as always, Amanda. Thanks for making the time to come on the show as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a great week, guys, and peace out.